All right, guys, so we've already written our first two paragraphs. Our introduction, what the problem is. Our first proof paragraph, like why it's a problem, right? We had a lot of facts. You picked three. Each of those two paragraphs have 5 sentences. This one's going to have 5 sentences too. But I'm going to choose my blue box that says action. Yours is probably on the second page or on the back. Okay? It's the blue box that says action. So I have to go in here and pick 3. So I'm going to go in here and pick the first one because it talks about using less water by turning off while washing hands. Because that's something that we can all do while we're washing hands or brushing our teeth. We're going to turn that off. And I'm going to choose to do that as 1. So I underline that one. You can highlight, circle, underline, whatever. I'm going to choose the last one because it also has to do with the bathroom. And I think they go together, right? Turning while washing hands or brushing your teeth. You do that in the bathroom. So I'm going to choose this one to go second. So I underlined this and I wrote a number 2. I'm not going to talk about collecting rainwater. That's a really good idea, but I think that's a little harder to do. So I'm going to pick simple reasons that people might do. The third one, water your lawn only when it needs it. I'm going to do that one third because I feel like these 2 you do in the house and then we'll move outside. So number 3. Here are my 3 reasons, right? You have to pick your 3 that you're going to use. Okay, so I'm ready to type. Down here at the bottom, it's very small on mine because I chose to make this bigger so you could see it in the video. It gives us a sentence. The very first point is introducing that we can do something about it. I'm going to change the words so I don't use the same words that they do. I'm going to put it in my own words. We are lucky because we can solve this big problem. So it was the same idea, right? Luckily, this is a problem we can solve. So I changed it around just a little bit. Okay, so now I'm ready to make these 3 blue facts. Okay, this is the one I chose first. Action. Try to use less water by turning off while washing hands or brushing your teeth. We're lucky because we can solve this problem. You can help save water by turning off the faucet while you are brushing your teeth or washing your hands. So we don't need to leave the water running while we're putting the soap on our hands, right? Turn off the faucet while you're brushing your teeth or washing your hands. So that was my first one. I didn't use the same words. I changed it around. Now I'm going to go down to number 2. Keep a timer in your bathroom to remind you to take shorter showers. Another way, use a transition word, another way you can save water is to set a timer for shorter showers, right? So I didn't use their words, their exact words, right? But I kept the timer and shorter showers. All right, so now I'm ready for my third sentence, right? I have my first sentence, my second sentence that these are my 3 blue facts, right? So my last sentence I have to pick over here. Water your lawn only when it needs it. Sorry, I realized my highlighting was a little off there. Make it a little lighter. So water your lawn only when it needs it. The last idea to save water is to only water your lawn when it really needs it. So that was pretty similar. Okay, so I keep flipping over. So I'm on to my very last sentence. My very last sentence down here, it says there's many small things that we can do that make a big difference. So I'm going to have a conclusion sentence, something that helps, that convinces people that we need to do something. So I'm going to say, let me turn off my highlighting. What happened to my box up here? Oh, well, I'm not going to turn off my highlighting because it won't let me. So these small changes can make a big difference in saving water for people who really need it. Okay? You can use their idea down there, or you can change it up to make it your own. All right, so let's go back and just summarize what we did. I made the font a little bigger. I have an introductory sentence, but it told you what to write down here. I have my 3 facts that I chose over here, and then my last sentence is a conclusion. It kind of says how there's something that we can do about the problem, and I restate the problem. All right, so we are ready for our last paragraph. Our last paragraph is the call to action. You're going to convince people, but there's only 3 sentences. Okay, so our first sentence is what's the problem? I have to go back to my green. We must act now to save water. The demand for water affects us all, and it's a problem that we can solve. So I have to restate that. We need to do something about the increasing demand for water. Since too many people want the little bit of water we have. So I restated the problem. Okay. Now I need to write a sentence about how we can help. So I restated the problem. That was green. Now what can we do to help? Right? What can we do to help? There are many small things we can do at our house to help save water. So I summarized what I wrote in the blue paragraph. So what can I do to help? There's all these ways. I just told them. Now my very last sentence, I have to convince people to join in. Okay, so what could I say that could get others to join in? We want to convince them to join in. These are easy ways, but these are easy steps to take, but we need everyone's help to save water for those that need it. Okay, so we need everyone's help. I'm begging them to come in and help us. So I only have 3 sentences for the conclusion. So let me remind you. The first one was one of the green. So I went up and I restated what was in my focus statement. My second one is kind of about what we can do to help. So that was one of the blue ideas. Okay. And then my last one, those were my own words. I was trying to get people, I was trying to convince them. So this one only has 3 sentences. So now you're going to go and you're going to do 2 paragraphs. Your proof paragraph, the one that's on slide 4, proof paragraph 2, is going to be a lot like the one that you wrote, proof paragraph 1, right? An introduction, 3 details, and then a conclusion. Okay. And then this last one is only 3 sentences. Okay, make sure you use your graphic organizer in your notes.